Inside of Notion, you can use AI in two ways. Here's how to set up Notion AI and how to set up your Notion agents. Your Notion AI lives in the bottom right-hand corner of your workspace. It also lives up in the Notion AI tab of your left-hand sidebar. Think of Notion AI as your conversations with ChatGPT or Claude, except Notion AI can make changes in your account. It can build out pages, add content to pages, create databases, and just do all of the things that you normally would inside of your account by clicking around and adding and building out blocks. For example, I can tell Notion AI here, add a call out to the top of this page that says, hey everybody, and Notion AI will be able to go in and make those changes. This is what makes Notion AI a better option in comparison to ChatGPT and Claude. When you can index information properly within a central hub, you're able to not only have an easier way for you to recall that information in the future and then build on top of it, but it's also an easier way for you to tell AI to grab certain information in the future and build on top of it. So you can see here that that call out got created and that Notion AI did all of that work for us. That's one of the reasons that Notion AI is such an elite setup in comparison to ChatGPT or Claude. The second reason are these custom instructions. So inside of Notion, you can click your icon here and you'll see that Notion AI has a specific page set to its AI agent instructions. You can edit these instructions, or if you haven't added them yet, you'll click these three dots and then find the existing page that you want to be your Notion AI's custom instructions. Once you've set those instructions, you'll see that the page says this page is set as your Notion AI's instruction page. The contents will influence its behavior. These Notion AI custom instructions mean that you can bring up specific protocols mid-conversation as needed. You can also have all of your conversations with Notion AI filter through specific context and pages that you need it to in order to have a very intelligent conversation with AI. And think about it, all of those pages and all of that context is constantly updating. So every single time you update one of those, you have now updated Notion AI with more context on your business. It is one of the best possible AI setups for business owners right now. So Notion AI, your custom instructions can have context about your business goals, your business history, the current state, how you want it to talk to you, specific protocols that you want to bring in during the middle of a conversation. That is what makes this one of the coolest possible ways to be using AI right now. And here are the two ways I want you to think about it. Your Notion AI custom instructions need to have two core elements. Element one is context to pull from. Specifically, I want you to have things set up like business goals and current priorities, daily work log and activities, business development history, your strategic plans and ways that you like thinking about things, and all of the past decisions and outcomes of the business. This is just foundational context that you would want any team member to have. So if Notion AI is just a new team member, you want to make sure that it has that same context. The second thing that you wanted to have are specific protocols to execute. Now, we'll get into when to have Notion agents run protocols, but in this case, you are looking for protocols that you would call in mid-conversation. So not protocols that you have to stop a conversation, go over to a Notion agent, and then have it run in order to get a specific deliverable out. In this case, you're looking for the types of protocols that you can call into a conversation in the middle of it and say, you know what, we need to now run this based on where we have come to on this conversation. I'll show you an example of what that means for me. I have an AI thinking partner protocol built into my Notion agent custom instructions. That means that I can be talking to Notion AI about something and then realize, you know what, we need to dig deeper on this. And I can have it pull in my AI thinking partner protocol. What this protocol does is bring in my AI thinking partner. It tells the Notion AI that, hey, anytime I say we need to think through something, this is what you're going to go through in order for me to be able to get the information that I need to move forward. For me, that information is defined as the mental model, framework, or strategy that I want AI to help me think through based on the topic of that conversation. I house all of this in my hybrid intelligence frameworks. It's things like the 80-20 opportunity filter, risk reward trade off matrix, first principles thinking. All of these things that I've come upon as I have researched business, learned about business, gone to seminars, listened to YouTube videos, found interesting ways of thinking about business on Instagram, etc. Then, once Notion AI has decided, hey, I looked through all of your frameworks and this is the one that I think would be the best option for you, but here are two other recommendations as well. It will tell me perfect timing to activate the AI thinking partner protocol. Here's a recommendation that I have. We should do something around design an outbound sales strategy that makes no feel dumb. It will then take the whole conversation that we have, log it in my business development history and my founder psychology protocol, which pays attention to all of the traits that I have so that we can figure out what am I doing that is helping the business, what am I doing that is hurting the business that I don't even realize. And all of this is just in my AI custom instructions here. So I don't have to do anything other than say, I want to think through this thing. And then Notion AI knows this is a time to bring in this specific protocol. As we're conversating, here are the other protocols to run. Now, we have our Notion agents. These Notion agents live in the left-hand sidebar of our Notion account. You'll see them here. When you click more, you'll see the agents you've created, or you can click new agent and create new agents as needed. Before I get into this, I want to run through what these agents do. So these agents are designed to run on a specific schedule, so daily, weekly, monthly, etc. They can trigger during certain times in your Notion account, and they trigger a very specific SOP. So we want to think of Notion AI, this one in the corner, as this generalist that's an assistant, a strategist, and an advisor. We want to think of Notion agents as very specific specialists designed to do one job perfectly every single time. They are not to be brought in the middle of a conversation. They are to be hired for a specific task, and they do that task following a specific SOP every single time. So to set up your Notion agents, you have two options. You can click here and click New Agent and tell Notion what it is that you would like that agent to do. When you're talking to this chat here, you're really just talking to this Notion agent or this Notion AI. So you can tell Notion AI here, we need to create an agent based on everything we just talked about, or we need to create an agent that does X, Y, and Z, and it will start to build that agent out for you. I'll show you an example of an agent that I have running. So I have this daily focus updater, and its job is to update the call out box that I have on my main dashboard page every day based on what it is that I need to get done that day and any tasks that didn't get done the day prior. So this means I don't have to open my calendar every day and decide what it is that I need to work on. Instead, I can just have this agent run, and every morning when I get to my desk, I open up my Notion account and it's all there for me. So you can see here, this is what it does. And inside of the Notion agent, you can decide what pages it has access to, what it can view, what it can't view, what it can edit, etc. And you can also decide the model down here as well. So depending on different tasks, you can have a different agent use different models. So you can create these Notion agents for very specific SOPs that you need to run in your business. And you want to think about this as that specialist. So between Notion AI and between these Notion agents, you start to create this hybrid intelligent way of working. You are now partnering with AI, not just to help you do specific things by setting up agents, but by sitting and talking to AI every day and having it build out the pages, the context, the databases, etc., for you as needed and as makes sense. I personally live inside this Notion agent all day long. I probably have 20 to 25 conversations with it minimum every single day. Once you move from ChatGPT or Claude into Notion, you will not go back. This is the best way to support business owners as we move into 2026 and things start to get pretty serious with our ability to use AI. What Notion AI allows us to do is create this hybrid intelligence business model that is not just this org chart where your central hub lives here that you use to get information, but AI also uses to get information on you. That comes down to help you decide, well, based on where we plan to go this year, who would be the best person to help us do that? You come here, you have your AI recruiter say, you know what, this, and this AI setup would be the best for you. And then you have your AI trainer where we have Notion AI tell itself to create the agent that we need to do that task. This creates this flywheel, right? Where you have a central hub. This central hub is so important because context is the name of the game with AI. And what we create with Notion is an amazing central hub for it. So we have a central hub that helps us think about what to focus on in our business, an AI recruiter that tells us which AI setup would be the best to support with that, and then an AI trainer that then, based on all the protocols we've already created, knows the best way to set up that AI SOP in order to get things done. Then the business elevates and we go back to our central hub and say, what should we focus on now? Who should we hire for the role? And then how should AI train itself based on the setup that we are hiring for? And I want you to think about this as every single team member that you have. What happens when they all have access to the central hub and they all have their own AI thinking partner and they all have their own AI recruiter and then their own AI trainers helping them? We all become these hybrid creatives using AI to enhance our abilities instead of just using AI to try to replace it. So the four-part system involves a central hub, an AI thinking partner, an AI recruiter, and an AI trainer. As you're using Notion AI, as you're building out your Notion agents, think about the macro of what you're building. This is what you're looking to install in your business in 2026 as we start to get into a world where AI is smarter and more capable. Check out the description for more information on hybrid intelligence.